back to fast reading with me once again. Are you surprised? Alright, let's start very fast. Chapter 1, Chocolate Drinkers. 1,000 years ago, chocolate was a big secret. Only a few people drank it and nobody ate it. That was fast. The first chocolate drinkers were farmers who lived by the rainforest in Central America. The rainforest was a jungle full of tropical plants, wild animals, and creepy qualities. It was also home to the small cocoa tree that grew strange bright pods. Monkeys knew all about the pods. They liked to break them open and suck out the sweet white pod. Then they spat out the bitter beans that were in the middle. If a bee landed in a good patch of the forest floor, it grew into a double cocoa tree. So let's just continue about that. So, you know that even the time there, where they used to grow trees of cocoa? So, that's very good. One day, a farmer copied the monkeys and tasted a pod. Yum, he cried, sucking the pulp. Yuck, he added, spitting out a bean. Soon everyone was sucking pulp and spitting beans. But then some villagers noticed a delicious smell drifting up from a pile of rotten beans. Over the next few months, the farmers discovered a way to capture the smell by turning the beans into a drink. They let the beans rot for a few days under banana leaves, then put them out to dry in the hot sun. Next, they roasted the beans over a fire, ground them into a paste, and stirred in water and spices. They called their new drink chocolate. It tasted very bitter, but they liked it. To avoid hiking to the jungle for pods, the farmers planted cocoa trees in their own fields. Remember, it needs plenty of shade. The farmers were members of a huge group of people called Mayans. Before long, chocolate or chocolate was an important part of Mayan life. Mayan kings and priests began to drink it every day. They liked the froth best. Poets were hired to make up more froth. At Mayan weddings, the bride and groom showed their love for each other by exchanging fine cocoa beans. In fact, people were so enchanted by the cocoa tree, they painted it on everything, their pots, their mugs, and even their walls. But preparing cocoa beans was hard work and took weeks. Most people were only allowed to drink chocolate as a special treat. Cocoa beans became so valuable they were used as money. You could buy a rabbit for 10 beans and a slave for 100. That's only a small one. I'll give you 8 beans. Chapter 2. Learning the Secrets. Hundreds of years later, a group of magicians arrived in a Mayan village. They had journeyed for days to find exotic goods for the emperor. The merchants belonged to a fierce group of people called Aztecs. To avoid trouble, the Mayans offered them some of their precious beans. What are these for? They make a drink fit for the gods. Prophets. When the Aztecs learned the chocolate secret, they served the cupful to the emperor. He was delighted. Perfect, he cried. A cool, refreshing drink that doesn't make you drunk. And he ordered all his warriors to drink chocolate before they went into battle. But the Aztecs lived it was too cold to grow cocoa, so they had to buy their beans from the Mayans and carry them all the way home. The Aztec Emperor Montezuma was crazy about chocolates. He kept the royal warehouse piled up piled high with cocoa beans. Sometimes he ordered 50 cups of chocolate a day, thinking that they would make him richer and wiser. Oh, go on, then just one more. We're just getting here. My poorer people could only dream about chocolate. Over time, a legend grew up about where chocolates first came from. Once upon a time, the world had no chocolates, said the storytellers. Then Quetzalcoatl, the god of farming, appeared from paradise of a cocoa tree. Quetzalcoatl was the Aztecs' hero. They built him grand temples and left him chocolate drinks as gifts. But the other countries had their eyes on the Aztecs' richest chocolate wouldn't stay a Central America secret for long. Chapter 3. Adding sugar. In 1519, a Spanish explorer named Hernan Cortes set out with an army to fight the Aztecs. And it also joins Christopher Columbus's. After many battles, Emperor Montezuma wanted to make peace, and he invited Cortes to court. He gave Cortes his first taste of chocolate. It's delicious, but rather bitter. Cortes liked the chocolate, but he still conquered the Aztecs in 1528. When the Cortes sailed home, his sacks were bursting with Aztec treasure, including cocoa beans. Back at Spain, Cortes served the chocolate drink to his friends. They decided it tasted better, hot, and with lots of sugar. It was so good they kept it to themselves. But the Spanish Prince Philip soon heard about the drink. A group of monks took some visitors from Central America to meet him, and they brought a tub of chocolate paste as a gift. Just add water and drink it. It smells divine. Prince Philip was hooked. He made sweet hot chocolate. The drink was Spanish quartz. Chocolate gossip spread fast. People in Europe were talking about it and long before they had even seen a potato. My friend's Gran says it's amazing. My uncle says it tasted like a melted cloud. Melted cloud? Nope. But turning cocoa beans into chocolate paste took a long time, and it was very expensive. Only rich Europeans had enough money to buy the drink. They would sit around in cafes sipping hot chocolates and talking about the weather. Chapter 4. Chocolate machines. It wasn't until inventors came up with the steam engine that things changed. Suddenly, lots of goods could be made more easily, including chocolate. Factories were set up all over Europe, and turning cocoa beans into chocolate drinks became big business. Before long, the drink had stopped being just a handmade treat for the rich. Hooray! Cheap chocolate! A cup a day keeps the doctor away. In 1847, an English chocolate maker, Francis Farr, decided there could only be one thing better than drinking chocolate, and that was eating it. His problem was how to turn chocolate paste into solid bars. He even had a factory. And do you really love chocolate eating? Yes, we do. It's a national thing to do. Let's continue. In Holland, Conrad van Houten provided half the answer. He invented a press that separates chocolate paste into brown cocoa powder and yellow cocoa butter. If I noticed that the cocoa butter hardened as it cooled, maybe I can use that to make solid chocolatey foods. Maybe good. And chocolate was very famous in that time. People in Europe got even crazy from it, talking about the weather and everything. And they even, in every cafe, they would just drinking chocolate. That's big. He stirred warm cocoa butter into his chocolate paste, added 3 scoops of sugar, poured the mixture into square tubes, and waited slowly until Hard Fry had invented the world's first chocolate bar. Now, I'm excited that now you don't need to really talk about drinking chocolate. little feet in it. In that time, factories were making bars of rich dark chocolate. They called it delicious chocolate to eat. Meanwhile, in Switzerland, there lived a candle maker named Daniel Peter, but candles were getting out of fashion and he was losing money. When he fell in love with a chocolate maker's daughter, he had a brilliant idea. I'll make a chocolate instead. By now, there was a lot of competition in the chocolate business. Peter needed to make his bar special. And I really like to taste Peter's bar because it's really good. He tried adding milk, but that made the chocolate too runny. Peter was struck. Luckily, Henry Nestle lived next door and he knew lots about food. Are you sure about this? Peter said. Nestle earned his living making baby food. Baby food? He soon found a way to thicken Peter's chocolate mix. In 1883, Peter won a gold medal for his new creamy chocolate recipe. Milk chocolate was a hit. And you can see why I really want to taste it, because it looks good and he's mixing it. Does it look good to you? I think I'm already thinking of eating chocolate now. Chapter 5. Tasty Inventions. By the 20th century, people had learned how to make milk chocolate smoother, creamier, and even more tasty. We still use the same methods today. First, the chocolate mixture is put through heavy rollers to squeeze out every lump. They use this machine. Then enormous vat invented by Rudolf Lindt is used to blend the mixture into a smooth, well-reaching paste. Now this is the second machine which they use. And another one, the chocolate is cooled and warmed until it has a glossy shine. Finally, it is poured into trays to set, which they use this machine. For years, eating chocolate was only made in solid bars, but Milton Hershey, an American chocolate maker, thought bars are boring. In 1907, he tried squirting glossy chocolate into little peaks. When the peaks hardened, he wrapped each one in foil to make them look more exciting. I'll call them kisses, then everyone will want one. Kisses? Kisses? You don't think you're gonna kiss chocolate? Oh, but you will eat chocolate? No. It wasn't long before factories were making chocolate in all shapes and sizes. The next challenge was to mix chocolate with other scrumptious ingredients. In 1912, an American candy maker called Harold Campbell was feeling adventurous. He stirred peanuts, caramel, and marshmallows into glossy melted chocolate. Then he spooned gooey blobs of mixture into a tray and the chocolate set. The blobs hardened and Campbell took his first bite. It's delicious, gooey. Oh, I even want to taste it. There are many chocolate that we have to taste. And interesting. He called his invention the Goo Goo Cluster. You don't think that your baby will say Goo Goo? It was one of the first mixed chocolate snacks and an instant success. That's nice. Now this is what I really want to tell you. The same year, a Belgian chocolate maker, Jean Nouws, made another leap in chocolate history. He invented hard chocolate shells that could hold soft fillings. And it probably looked like this. I think I've eaten them many times. After stuffing them with a creamy nutty mix, he sealed them up with more chocolates. From then From then on, there was no stopping the chocolate makers. Silky caramel, chewy toffee, nutty almonds, creamy vanilla, you name it. They added. And they were starting to even make these things. And so amazing chocolates. Factories churned out hundreds of different chocolate snacks, while smaller companies made amazing chocolates by hand. Nice. And now this is really funny. Chapter 6, Chocolate Families. Some of today's chocolate companies are gigantic, but most of them began as small family businesses. For example, this photo. In 1824, John Cadbury opened a shop in England along with tea and coffee. He sold his own drinking chocolates. And you can see this is his drinking chocolate. It was so popular, Cadbury set up a cocoa and chocolate factory. Now Cadbury's drinks and chocolate bars are sold across the globe. Wow, that made it famous very much. In 1911, Frank and Atharva set up a business in America, selling homemade buttercream candies. The big break came in 1923 when Frank invented a melted milk chocolate bar. He made a fluffy melted nuggets like this, topped it with caramel like this, and coated it in milk chocolate. Now, who thinks that you love M&Ms around the world? Me too, I love it. Now, this is how they invented the M&Ms, and that was the last chocolate piece of chocolate ever made in whole history. Then in 1941, the Sun Forest developed another sweet idea, sugar-coated chocolate drops. That wouldn't melt in your hand. An American named Bruce Murray gave Mars some money for the project, so they called their new chocolates M&Ms. Here's to Mars and Murray. Today you can buy the Mars family chocolates almost anywhere in the world, and they're nothing like the Mayans bitter drink. When the Mayans first caught a whiff of roasting cocoa beans, they knew they had found something exciting, but they had no idea how popular chocolate would become. And this is now the last page of the story ever. A chocolate recipe, so you can make your own chocolates. Glossy chocolate sauce. Ingredients: 100 grams, 1 fraction 2 cup dark semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 tablespoons golden syrup, corn syrup, 15 grams, 1 tablespoon butter, 2 tablespoons water. What to do? Put all the ingredients in a small saucepan and heat them gently. Keep stirring until they mix into a smoothly glossy sauce. Be careful the saucepan until sauce will be hot. Eat the sauce poured over slices of banana or scoops of ice cream. You could sprinkle it with marshmallows or nuts if you like. And you can see it here, a chocolate recipe. And thank you, and I'll probably see you next time with a story of cars. Thank you. Put it on YouTube.